Bird of Prey 5. Hail Karuga.
Kapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird o' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karuga.
All right. World, it's Bird o' Prey 5, Kapla, and a big thank you to The Traveler, formerly Wesley Crusher, with a $50 stream starting super chat that just happened to be Kissing Dax. And he says, "Hello world, it's Bird o' Prey 5, Kapla. Today's video is brought to you by The Traveler and viewers like you. Today I will rant about something for an hour, play Birdle, take a Gelogia break while I play old commercials, and then read the Dear Bobs." Thank you to The Traveler. Greatly appreciated. Early before the stream even started, super chat. Richie Poole was first in the stream with Mom O'Prey, Sis O'Prey, Nephew O'Prey, and sassy emojis. Captain Fandom Nerd said hello. Hello, Captain. Hello, Richie. 54.5 Axis Radio says hashtag Bed Life musical episode. And then Richie Poole says Kapla. Kapla, Richie. I had to get through those because, I'm sorry, not Ryan Johnson. There it was. Not Ryan Johnson was actually first in the chat today, and YouTube dropped it. So hello, not Ryan Johnson, says hello in Kapla. Hail Karuga. And Richie Poole with 2 alpacas. And Richie Poole says, yay, bed life. It must be Friday. And then Richie Poole put in the Mom O'Prey, Sis O'Prey, Nephew O'Prey, and sassy emojis. And Captain Phantom Nerd said hello. Then that's where YouTube dropped the earliest chats. So, and then we got our super chat from Captain, and excuse me, the Random Menace. The Random Menace put in a 34 months as a friend of Karoga. Jesus Christ. It says, greetings from the future. Will we get the Bed Life musical? I think we deserve it. If you want me to sing Anything Goes, I'll try and do that. I will try and do that today. I don't know if I can do an entire musical, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Indications negative at this time.
I was just seeing if we could get Kissing Dax to happen again. Apparently not. Apparently not. There it is. There it is for $50. That's got to be worth at least 2 Kissing Daxes. Damn it. That is one beautiful super chat. So welcome everybody. Yes, it's been a while, and the tooth. Those of you interested in the tooth has been removed, and knocking wood, so far so good. I think that'll be okay, but we never know. We never know. So far though, so good on the tooth. Still on antibiotics. Dentist extended the antibiotics another week. We'll see how that goes. And Richie Poole, with his Friend of Karoga, 11-month Friend of Karoga membership, says all of today's Dear Bops should be recited in musical form. Well, that is up to the person or people who submitted Dear Bops, if they submitted them in musical form. And Dan Ben says, they sent you that thing about Terry Farrell on Twitter. Yes, I saw Dan Ben. Apparently, Terry Farrell has been added to an upcoming Star Trek documentary about a road trip across, I don't know if it's just the United States or North America, but places where Star Trek has had on locations like Vasquez Rocks. They're doing a road trip documentary about all the famous places they've shot Star Trek, and Terry Farrell is now going to be part of that documentary. So just a heads up, I don't know how long it'll be before that documentary ever makes it to script or to screen, but Terry Farrell will be part of it. Richie Poole's Bed Life, the musical, I like it. And Richie Poole's also confused as this just one Gelogia break. Probably more than one. Captain Fandom Nerd with a 17-month Karogan Orphan super chat says, Dear God, no Glee bird. Captain Fandom Nerd does not want to see me sing. And Yvette,
Scanning.
the lovely
Indications
Yvette,
negative at this time.
with a £2 sterling super chat, says, Kissing Dax, nope, it's a fake. Well, actually, Yvette, closest ever yet to Kissing Dax, Eyebrow Dax. Yvette got Eyebrow Dax, but not Kissing Dax. But hey, it's better than it's a fake. And Dan Ben says, they haven't even released the Voyager documentary. Well, Dan Ben, it took them over a decade to complete the DS9 documentary. So I wouldn't expect the Voyager documentary for another few years. Honestly, if we get the Voyager documentary within 2 years, I would say that would be quick, especially considering the strike that's going on now. I don't know if it affects the documentary, but I'm just going to assume it does. Because who knows? Who knows? The Travelers is Bird of Prey 5. Greetings, birds, salty turds, and nerds. And he says also to Richie Poole, Bird normally takes 2 to 3 Jaloja breaks per bed life, which is true, which is true. And I said, oh my God, to the Traveler, and thank you. Richie Poole says the Traveler must have won the lottery. You know what? If he did, there was no one else better than myself. So congratulations. The Traveler says, Bird, okay, I'm broke now. I should have added number 15, make YouTube go. Well, Traveler, I'm sorry that you're broke, but on the good news, whether you had added number 15 or not, it would have been ignored, since I do not have Salty's list. I do not have Salty's super chat videos, so I cannot show you the make YouTube go, no matter how much you super chatted. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Richie Poole says, Bird of Prey, your feeble weapons will be useless against us, indeed. You're invading Ohio or Cleveland? You're invading Cleveland? The Traveler says, remember, I always get the first Qapla' every stream right after Hail, Bird of Prey 5. Indeed you do. Indeed you do, the Traveler. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. And then it jumped. And it jumped. Yvette says, good evening, Bird, and everyone. Good evening, Yvette. The lovely Yvette. The Traveler says, Mike Richards, how is Columbus? Also, where is it? It's in Ohio. Hakeem says, hey, Bird, hope you are feeling better. Thank you, Hakeem. Let's put it this way. I'm closer to feeling better than I've been in a while. Mike Richards says to the Traveler, Columbus is warm today. It's right in the middle of the state. The Traveler says, Bird, remember, buy something nice for your mother. I will, the Traveler. I will. Whatever Mama Prey wants, Mama Prey gets. Well, whatever I can get for Mama Prey, she gets. Apparently, some of the things we want are hard to come by. The Traveler puts in a bunch of custom emojis and said, need to use this at least once a stream. Dan Ben says, hi, hello, Dan Ben. The Travelers with Bird of Prey, I would pay $50 to see Bed Life the musical, as long as someone who can sing well plays the Bird of Prey part. So you want me to play myself? Dan Van says, to my likes, did you watch the new Futurama yet? I've watched the first 2 episodes of the new Futurama. The first one was uneventful. The second one was decent. I don't think they've been bad, but neither has been particularly fun. Neither has been particularly funny. They've been okay. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, Qapla', Qapla', Gorilla. Gorilla says, can we get real? Klingon singing instead of the gay San Francisco Klingon choir boys. You know, the thing is about that, Klingons sing already. We saw in Deep Space Nine, the Klingons break out into song while they were on an attack. It is not out of the, on a human starship, it's not common for the crew on duty, to start singing spontaneously. Maybe in the bar, you'd get that. But on a Klingon starship, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It doesn't require a subspace improbability field for the crew to break out in song. It's something Klingons do. So I would have been totally okay with the Klingons singing and it not looking cringe. What I'm not okay with are the Klingons singing Earth songs. Why would the Klingons sing Earth music? That doesn't make any sense. But that aside, I know I can see a lot of people had a lot more hate for this most recent episode than I did. Don't get me wrong, I didn't like it. I'm not saying I enjoyed the episode, but I didn't necessarily hate it as much as quite a few people did. It sucked because the writers suck and the show sucks. Had this been attempted by competent writers and actors in a better show, let's say Terry Farrell did not leave Deep Space Nine. So there's no Ezri Dax. Season 7 comes up and there's no Ezri Dax. It's still Jadzia. So you don't need to put 3 or 4 episodes to the backstory for Ezri Dax. So there's more time in this DS9 Season 7 that you could free up without it hurting anything. And so let's say Deep Space Nine Season 7 wanted to do a musical episode. Now, understand, Deep Space Nine, they did the Trials and Tribulations. They did an episode where everybody was a James Bond villain. They did an episode where everybody was in 1950s, real life. They did an episode. So it wouldn't be beyond the realm of possibility that they did an episode that they wanted to do a musical. Okay? And whether it was because the wormhole aliens, the prophets, wanted to experience music, or that the neutrinos on the station were spinning the other direction because of a game that some alien, spread and sold to Quark, and he enlarged them and put out gambling devices, and it changed the laws of probability on the station again. Whatever the reason, music, the whole crew was in the middle of a musical. I could see it happening. I could see it being passed on Deep Space Nine. I could see Terry Farrell being like the center, doing a whole musical scene, and like actors, carrying her and her flying around the station. and Odo turning into a fucking dragon or something and singing. But I could just see it. I could understand it. I could see it happen. And I think it would have worked with better writers. So I say that the episode has a right to exist. I won't say that the episode had no right to exist. It could have existed if it was done better. But the fact that, they're terrible writers and, what did we expect was going to happen when they did it? And this is what we ended up with. Had it been done better, especially the Klingon part, where the Klingons could have been like, they could have been okay with the singing. It would have been fine. It would have worked better. I would have been okay with it. And Yvette, with her 9-month membership, says Klingons don't sing like the Backstreet Boys. That is a fair point. A fair point, Yvette. And the Traveler, with a 33-month super chat, says, "We the people request a Mamo Pray tale."
Oh.
Mamo Pray, do you have a tale? Mamo Pray.
I might.
She might have a tale, which means she will have a tale. Whenever you're ready, Mamo Pray. No, it's okay.
I don't want anything to rant.
No, it's not a rant.
Oh,
I mean, we might, but
okay.
Somebody donates like that. They request a Mamo Pray tale.
Oh.
They get a Mamo Pray tale.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Here's Mamo Pray.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good afternoon in the, what's it, Soul System? Is that where we are?
System,
yes, okay. That's easier to say. Anyway, everyone here is well aware of Bird's recent and not so recent, medical status. It's not a secret. And up until this point, well, let's be fair. Up until COVID, we had Camille helping. Though Camille was not a registered nurse, she did go to nursing school and got almost to the finish and stopped for whatever her personal reasons were. So she was a step above. Plus, she had almost 30 years experience working in a nursing home. So all that aside, I did have help. She didn't come in the beginning. Camille was here 7 days a week. Only for a couple of hours a day, but it helped. But since COVID, Mamo Pray's been alone with Joe. And I think I'm getting younger. I really do. But my body is telling me that might not be correct. But in any case, I'm getting to the point that I feel I can't do everything I want to do for him. And by having some help in the house, taking care of him, not taking care of the house, just having him as a priority, I can A, get some rest, and B, contend with all the things that have been piling up in the house for years. Well, it's easier said than done. Even if we were willing to pay $85 an hour, you can't find a skilled nursing person to come and help. You can get, what do they call them? An aide. But an aide can't do a few things that he needs done. So I would, and don't get mad at what I'm going to call it. It's like a glorified babysitter, which, yes, can bring him food. I mean, understand, even when he needs a bottle of water, he can't get it. They can do a lot, but they can't do everything. So even that we can't find right now. Apparently, all the agencies that hire aides or skilled nurses are understaffed, like the rest of the world, but more so here. So today I started going through Googling, and I actually found out that because of his condition, he is definitely considered homebound by Medicare. He doesn't have Medicaid. If he was poor, well, I don't want to say poor. If he had not had the job he had before he got sick and not have the income he has is not outrageous through the roof. It's just too much to be on Medicaid. If you have nothing, the government health benefits give you everything. If you have a little something, you're not going to have it very long. But money aside, I can't find the help. I'm starting to think I need to go through different cities or states to find anybody. I think it's just that New York is so overcrowded, and COVID left many more people than they care to admit in a condition of not being healthy anymore. Mainly older people. But it's crazy. All I'm thinking, what if something happens to me? The only way you find somebody, you have to pay them off the books. They want cash in hand. And then, of course, it's not a medical expense, and you can't deduct it from your taxes, and it's completely illegal. But it is crazy. Now I feel like I'm doing your video when you were asking for help. I'm not asking for help. I'm just asking for... This is crazy. Maybe I got it. We got it, Joe. We start the agency and hire the people. Mm-hmm. And then they would be out there available to other people in your condition. I don't know where to start, though, but that would be the only way. But then could you pay yourself and take it off taxes? I don't think so. All right, guys, that's my Mamo Pray Tale for what I'm involved in at the moment. I will find a way. Besides, I'm not going anywhere for at least 30 or 40 or 50 years, so.
I do not want Kronos to do the skilled nursing care.
Oh, are you a skilled nurse, Kronos?
No, he's not. I'm sure he's not.
Are you sure about that?
Considering it's Captain Fandom Nerd offering Kronos.
Oh, Captain Fandom is offering Kronos. Oh. Anyway, guys, have a good weekend. I've stopped making phone calls because it is Friday afternoon, and any agency that might be open on Monday morning, you're not going to get anybody that knows anything at this time of day. So I'm just stopping my calls for the weekend. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Mama. Right.
You're welcome. And thank you, Wesley. I mean, the Traveler. Forgot that. And everybody else. Okay.
The Traveler says, I'll become a skilled nurse for $85 an hour. Can I live in the basement as well?
Tell him, to him, he'd have to help me clear out the basement. And as far as I'm concerned, he can live there.
There you go, Wes. Just have
But
to,
it's your house, so you
you have to help Mama Bray clean out the basement.
You have to make the decision, son.
I don't know if it's 85 an hour to become a skilled nurse. It's a tough choice. The people who want to be nurses become nurses. Don't become a nurse for the paycheck.
Then you have to go to work or start his own agency.
And you have to work for an agency. So I don't know what the agency pays you. 85 is what we have to pay the agency. John Araki reminds us of Birdo number 5, for those people who wanted to hear me sing. Yes, the Birdo number 5 video is out there. The Traveler says, Bed Life, it's a stream about Birdo Prey 5. Indeed it is. John Araki says, hashtag, the tooth is out there. The tooth is out there. Yvette says, John, that's an X-Files episode. Lol. Birdo number 5. John Araki is saying Mega Millions. And hashtag salty lore Birdo Prey sandwich. Dan Ben says, here are 2 lotteries that were mentioned in Deep Space Nine, the Gocto lottery and the Lesperian lottery. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, Kapla, Bird of Prey, I am broke also. I hope you are feeling better. Thank you, executive producer Saul Leibowitz. I'm not feeling better because you are broke. I'm only feeling better because of time and antibiotics. The Traveler says, Bird of Prey, I've been gone for so long, and I heard your health wasn't doing so well. Hope the super chat helps. The Traveler, it helps. But you know what helps more is knowing that you're okay and you're out there. And I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing well. That makes me feel better than any super chat. The Traveler says, I just read that. Thank you again. John Araki says, I gladly pay you $1 super chat tomorrow for a Mama Prey tale today. Well, you got one. You got one, John. The Traveler says, Bird of Prey, I hate to be the one that breaks this to you, but your singing is not quite at a professional level. What is this? Not quite at a professional level. Maybe your computer speakers are broken. Maybe LDG can help you fix your speakers, because obviously you can't be hearing what I mean. I mean, I sound delightful, so I don't know what's wrong with your speakers. The Traveler says, John Araki, I could help with that. You could help with that. Mama Prey tale. You did. Well done. Gorilla's Random Thought says, Viking warrior type singing, not that pop shit. Captain Phantom Nerd says, Klingon sang Klingon opera, not Klingork. Indeed. Dan Ben says, I didn't mean to say my likes. That's my username. No problem. No problem, Dan Ben. Mr. Trent, 100. Hey, Mr. Trent, says dancing, disco, rapping, Klingons on spinning ships. Oh, the spinning ships. The spinning ships. Dan Ben says Klingons like Shakespeare, so they may like Earth music. Well, that's true. That's true. John Aragi says, Dear Mop. The Traveler says, I became a member, but I have been a member for a long time. Yes, but you know, when you put in a member super chat, it shows you up as becoming a member. Dan Ben says there's a Deep Space Nine episode where people start getting romantic with different people because of Deanna Troy's mother. Yes, that's another that episode's out there. It's another crazy day on the station. Dan Ben says you could have taken that Deep Space Nine season 1 episode where there's a virus that affects what people say and change it to make people sing. See, there's a lot of reasons people could be singing. That the holosuites, a virus, subspace anomaly, a Bajoran orb, right? There could be the Bajoran orb of show tunes, right? The Cardassians return the Bajoran orb of show tunes, and the entire station is singing until they get the orb back down to the monasteries of Bajor. Richie Pools is sassy, has a tail. Indeed, she does. 47 Yorktown says DS9 musical like Alan Moraine 2 Electric Boogaloo. Indeed. Could have another alien come through the wormhole, and their game could cause everybody to sing. And I honestly, while watching Subspace Rhapsody, I thought we would either get an Alan Moraine callback, which would be hard to explain since that song really should be on the other side of the wormhole. Or, and I honestly thought we would get this, I thought at some point they would sing the Enterprise theme song, right? Imagine everybody singing, "It's been a long road," you know, to get from there to here. But my time is finally near. You know, that would have been wonderful. I would have given it a +2. I would have given it a +2 if they sang the Deep Space Nine theme, the Enterprise theme in Strange New Worlds. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says he has a prehensile tale. And he says, when I'm here, you are officially part of the Sol system, the Saul Leibowitz system. That was. Har, yes. Low Specs Linux laptop is in the house. Kapla Low Specs Linux laptop. And Deej Odyssey is here and says, let's send Kronos to nursing school and ship him to live with Bird. So that's where it started. Deej says to get Kronos to nursing school. Mike Richards says to Deej, you're a sick man. And Deej says he knows. The Traveler says, I hate to say it, but New York sucks. So does every other large city. You know, we do indeed. We do indeed. Captain Phantom Nerd says, Deej, are you sure Bird of Prey wants Kronos to do his skilled care? And Deej says, well, Cap, after liking dancing Klingons, he doesn't get a choice. And Rock Solid becomes a Kerrigan Orphan member, 34-month member. The Travelers is Bird of Prey. I'll become the skilled nurse. We read that. Deed says Captain didn't. It was me laughing his ass off. And John Araki says Kronos would do it for free. Mr. Trent says give them checks. Make note in corner. I did and reducted. Screw the IRS. Captain Phantom Nerd says Deej, since Bird of Prey likes Klingon pop, he doesn't get the choice. Samir is in the house. Says, have a good evening. Thank you, Samir. Richie Poole says, yes, Nurse Kronos came from the sick mind of Deej Odyssey. And we jumped. John Araki says Subspace is super gay. Subspace Rhapsody, maybe. John Araki says Deep Space 2. Captain Fandom Nerd says, Deej, I got the blame for your lame ass idea. And Deej says, I know, Cap. Lol. Gorilla's Random Thought says, thanks to Mama Prey. John Araki says, maybe we can get Bird a robot and a Neuralink connection.
I would like the robot.
Mama Prey would like a robot. Dan Ben says, yeah, my mom has to help care for me. Quite difficult as social anxiety phobia affects me being able to meet people. I can socialize online chats, but not meet people in life much. Now, I hope you get over that, Dan Ben. I know it's not something you get over, but I hope in time you get to manage it better. Mike Richards is Bird of Prey. Instead of orphans, kidnap nurses. You know what, Mike Richards? It would be I should have been doing that from the beginning. We should have been doing that from the beginning. We don't need orphans are old news. We need nurses. John Araki says we could hire Bird, one of those naked home cleaners, for $30 an hour. Not here, you can't. I don't know what you're going to get for $30 an hour as a naked home cleaner, but I can assure you, you're not going to want them. If all they cost is $30 an hour, you're going to want them to put clothes on. You'd be like, it's $30 an hour if they come naked. It's $60 an hour if they come fully clothed. And you're like, okay, put me down for 60. Dan Van says, my mom deals with a social worker to get a little extra help. Well, that's wonderful.
We can get short-term help.
We can get short-term help. It's the long-term help.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Dan Ben, no, Jedi Bill says, Kapla, brother warrior, Bird of Prey, and all should hail Karoga. Thank you, Jedi Bill. Deed says, hail on Karoga. Bill on Karoga. John Araki says, Bird has no Mega Millions money this week because he had to wire a down payment to the Prince of Nigeria to collect his winnings in their national lottery. No comment. I have $8 in quick play tickets for this next. Oh, do I have it for this? I got to check. Is it tonight? I might have to. You know what? After this stream is over, I might have to order more lottery tickets. John Araki says, Bird has no Mega Millions. No, I should have it. Captain Phantom Nerd says, hail on Karoga. Of course he does. Of course he does. Jedi Bill says, no way to Deej. Stan Lee, hey Stan Lee, says, but if you have a little bit, they take all of that and give you horrible service. Indeed, they do. Indeed, they do. And he says, you're almost better off broke, not being healthy and not being employed. Yeah. And Stanley also says, what would someone like Christopher Reeves have done? Just be able to afford to turn his house into a hospital room and hire a full-time personal doctor. He wouldn't have been able to do any of that. In all honesty, he wouldn't have been able to do any of that.
But he would have been able to hire the doctor himself. And you know, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. You got to start your own maintenance.
John Araki says a computer virus from a dying space probe could cause the universal translator to malfunction, making it seem like everyone is singing. Professor Brainy Specs says life sucks, Berto Frey. Indeed it does. Life sucks and then you die. That was the old phrasing from like the 1980s. Life sucks and then you die. Job says, I was expecting spinning Spock on Salties. Stanley says, and you have to wear the outfit. I'm not wearing a Klingon outfit. Mike Richards says, Professor Brainy Specs, greetings. Gorilla says, I did not mind the singing, though there are only 2 musicals I like. But in the Klingons ruined it just so bad, just like Smokey and the Bandit 3 wrecked the entire trilogy. Okay, like, think of The Simpsons, okay? I think of the episode where The Simpsons and Troy McClure gets the call to do Planet of the Apes. Like, have you ever heard of the Planet of the Apes? And Troy's like, the planet or the movie? He's like, the brand new multi-million-dollar musical. And Troy McClure is like, it's the part I was born to play, baby. And he's like, I hate every ape I see, from chimpanzee to chimpanzee. You'll never make a monkey out of me. And then, like, in the background, the Statue of Liberty comes up and they point at it. It's like, oh my gosh, I was wrong. Well, you finally made a monkey. And like, we finally made a monkey. Like, you finally made a monkey out of me. Yes. I love you, Dr. Zayas. You know, it's fun. I'm okay. I get behind. I can live with a musical episode. I really could. If they did it right, I could live with it. I could smile. I could even enjoy it. But this wasn't done right. This wasn't done right. Okay? It was not. I wanted to give this every chance to be fun. I did not think of it as many people hated this. And I know a lot of people, nothing they did would have would have brought people around. But I was that 1 in 100 who was giving this a legit chance to make me enjoy it. I wasn't set on hate. I was actually set on, what if this is actually good? And I have to break with everybody and say, you know what? This was actually a pretty good episode. But it turned out it didn't come to that. I wanted it to, because I really would have liked to have an episode that I enjoyed. But no, it turns out, even though I wanted it to be a good episode, it wasn't. It wasn't. And the fact that it started with the song Anything Goes. Now, Anything Goes is one of my favorite songs. The Frank Sinatra version of Anything Goes, which seemed to be the same version, even though it wasn't sung by Frank Sinatra, but those lyrics was the same lyrics they used. I would totally have been behind that. Okay? That first song, where Hora, that was it. Like, I thought, holy shit, they're doing it. They're really doing it. This is going to be a whole episode of like favorite Sinatra songs, which again, they did on Deep Space Nine, but under the ruse of Vic Fontaine. Vic Fontaine sang my favorite songs of all time in 1 or 2 Deep Space Nine episodes. He's singing The Best Is Yet to Come, Luck Be a Lady Tonight, a whole bunch of my favorite songs. I was like, this is genius. This is perfect. This is peak Trek with peak music. And on this episode, Anything Goes. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked at as something shocking, but heaven knows anything goes. I was so into it. And then instead of continuing with quality songs, they started just singing bullshit lines about their feelings. About their fucking feelings. Are you talking to me?
No, I'm there.
Oh. I would have been all good if they would if they were just singing songs that I recognized instead of talking about feelings. Dan Ben says, does Star Trek still own the rights to that song from Enterprise? Yes. Yes, they do. Richie says they are probably saving the Enterprise theme song for an episode of Lower Decks. Maybe. Stanley says short white skirt and low cut blouse. Who? I don't know who had the short cut skirt and the low cut blouse, because I do not recall seeing them. Jedi Bill says the entire episode of Strange New World is an abomination. It physically hurts me, makes me want to stab my ears and pluck my eyes out. Don't give him any hints, Jedi Bill. They've been known to pluck eyes out in New Trek. You know, 7 of 9 is going to come and cut out your eyes and then shoot you to put you out of your fucking misery. Stan Lee says to Gorilla, they should have at least had the Klingons doing like some gangster rap. Yeah, I was thinking if the Klingons started singing like some NWA, like Straight Outta Compton. A young Klingon got it bad because I'm brown. Or F the police. You know, you see Klingons singing, fuck the police. Professor Brainy Specs says hello to Mike Richards. John Araki says, was there any rapping during Subspace Rhapsody? No. Stanley says crypt walk, not ballet. John Araki says crow nurse. Hashtag crow nurse. Oh my God, Kronos has become crow nurse. Deej Odyssey says, notice Bird never apologized to Captain for blaming him for my lame-ass idea. Apologies, Captain. Apologies. Richie Fool says, Gorilla, the only good thing about Smokey and the Bandit 3 was Veronica Gamba. Dan Ben says, thanks. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, Stanley, know the Viking music like in DS9. Gorilla's Random Thought says, if that's too cheap for cleaners, then you have to move out of New York. If that's too cheap for cleaners, then you have to move out of New York. LDG puts in a link to a live stream. Yvette says, Bird, if I can crack quantum splitting, I could be here with Mom and there with you, qualified paramedic. If we just got to split Yvette. Okay, well, we'll work on that. Gorilla says, Richie, there was nothing good in Smokey and the Bandit 3. The Traveler says, wow, everyone is so negative today. Cheer up. Indeed. Indeed says, blah. Cheering up is overrated. And the Traveler says, is Bird singing? I can't tell. Now who's being negative? Richie Fool says, Professor Brainy Specs, I saw a license plate yesterday that read Mr. Ataz. I had no idea you had moved back to Arizona. The Traveler says, Bird of Prey, where is our bird rant for the day? I don't know. Richie Poole says, Gorilla, Veronica made part 3 only slightly better than part 2. Josh Street says, Planet of the Apes, the musical, sounds like something Bird of Prey would star, produce, and direct. Dan Ben knows The Simpsons had a musical clip show. Indeed, they did. Professor Brainy Specs is Richie Poole. That's weird because this afternoon I was looking at jobs in Arizona. Very cool. Dan Ben says, your inbox, I sent a screenshot of the undeveloped musical episode of Deep Space Nine. And Dan Ben says, in Star Trek Voyager, they sang, You Are My Sunshine. I don't recall that episode. Josh Street says, The Traveler, there is our bird rant of the day. Deed says, feelings, nothing more than feelings. Whoa, 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 feelings. The Traveler says, Anything Goes is a song written by Cole Porter in 1934. Well, fine, but Frank Sinatra sang it. Dan Ben says, in Star Trek Discovery, Tilly Song Space Odyssey by David Bowie. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, I still want to see a Klingon opera episode. Dan Ben says maybe they were trying to copy the musical episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I've never seen that episode because I don't watch Buffy, but I've heard about it. I mean, I think what Lucifer did a musical episode, if I recall. That was a show I watched. I've watched shows that have done musical episodes before. I don't hate them. But this one I certainly didn't like. Dan Ben says Lower Decks used Voyager theme. Stop George says just got here, but did it not strike you as odd that a murderer and his accomplice were singing and dancing without any concern? Instead, said accomplice to murder is now rewarded. I assume you mean Dr. Mbenga and Nurse Chapel. And no, it did not strike me because I know that they have moved on and they are never going to really consider Dr. Mbenga a murderer. So that's just a secret for us, the audience, to know. Stan Lee says the gorilla thought some good pirate music. Dan Ben says there's an episode of Voyager where the doctor sings in someone's kitchen with Dinah. I first heard the song in an episode of Rugrats where Tommy's dad sings it alone in the kitchen. No idea. Gorilla says, Traveler, I'll cheer up when I lock out and my boss is off his rag. Or when I clock out and my boss is off his rag. Professor Brainy Specs is the Traveler. There is nothing to cheer up about. Richie Poole says, wasn't Anything Goes the opening number in Temple of Doom? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. A young Kathleen Kennedy sang it. A young Kathleen Kennedy was part of that. Stanley says Dan Ben and DS9 had the holodeck lounge singer guy. Yeah, Vic Fontaine. Dan Ben says the Doctor and 7 of 9 sing You Are My Sunshine in season 5 episode Someone to Watch Over Me. The Traveler says Richie Poole, yes, it was. Richie Poole says 7 of 9 sang a few songs during the Hirogen occupied Germany simulation. Yes, one of the best episodes of Deep Space of Voyager. I mean, it's the episode where you have Klingons fighting Nazis in World War II. One of the best episodes, or one of the best scenes in all time, of all Trek, is Klingons fighting Nazis in World War II, and not in Enterprise where the aliens were Nazis, but in regular Trek where the Klingons were fighting the Nazis. That was some good stuff. Richie Poole says, I meant occupied France. Yes. Dinah. Deej says Dinah is pronounced Dinah. like Dinah Shore. I have no idea what you're talking about, Deej. Dan Ben says, Voyager's somebody in the kitchen with Dinah. Stop George as Pike should have sang as castrato. Castrato. That's somebody who's been castrated, isn't it? I mean, I guess Pike, Pike is always Pike, Pike is okay. So here's the thing. For anybody who's been watching Strange New Worlds, it's pretty clear that next week, or what's today? Friday. So next week, that Captain Pike's girlfriend, Captain Batel, she's going to die. I mean, they basically yelled and screamed that she's going on this one mission, and they're all going to talk when she gets back. But, this is what happens when the character's not coming back. So, and we know in the future that Captain Pike doesn't end up with her, right? We know he doesn't end up with her. We know she's not even an option. So it seems like, well, the most likely thing is she dies. And now we're being presented with the fact that they're going to have this big, long heart-to-heart talk once she gets back from this mysterious mission that she can't tell us about. And so we know she's not coming back. So it's unfortunate that, and I think this is the final episode of the season, that he's losing her. And nobody who watched this episode seems to be talking about it. Nobody seems to care that Captain Batel isn't coming back from this mission. But now I did not watch any coming attractions. Apparently, a bigger hint is dropped if you watch the Ready Room. I did not need to watch the Ready Room to see the writing is on the wall. Okay, it is very clear she's dying. So if that's not a spoiler, that is not a spoiler. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just saying I watched this episode and it's clear to me that's what's going to happen. Now, if it doesn't happen, then I was wrong. But I'm willing to take the chance here that they were pretty clear that, you're certainly supposed to believe she's dying. So, will she really die? I think so. But can I be 100% sure? No. So I'm not saying this as someone 100% sure. I'm saying it as somebody 99% sure. Captain Batel is going to die. Richie Poole says Pike is the weakest of all the Star Trek captains. It's very possible. Deej says, oh no, have to run. Have a good one. I'll take care, Deej. Kronos says, kapla, kapla, Kronos. And Richie Poole says, nurse Kronos. Kronos wasn't even here. Kronos wasn't even here to hear how he's becoming a nurse. The Traveler says later to Deej. And Kronos says, is bird ranting? You missed it, Kronos. You missed it. Traveler says this is a weak bird rant. Well, this wasn't really a rant. That wasn't really a rant. I was just explaining how things were. I was explaining how things were. What can I rant about? Well, no, Patel was not wearing a red shirt. She's wearing gold. She's wearing gold. Let's see what's going on. Today is August 4th. It's International Beer Day. It's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. It's Assistance Dog Day. Celebrate man's best friend because it's Assistant Dog Day here at National Today. It's Baram Pi Day, Founders Day in China. No, not China. Ghana. Very different. Ghana is not China. It might look like China, but it's a different country. Ghana. It's Hooray for Kids Day, which, you know, could be a Karogan holiday. Hooray for the Orphans Day. Check out why and how you too should celebrate Hooray for Kids Day. I don't know about that. International Clouded Leopard Day. I think International Clouded Leopard Day is an interesting day to also have a Hooray for Kids Day. Like, who would win in a fight? The kids or the clouded leopard? I don't know. I think it could go either way. I would be interested to see it, you know, on pay-per-view. And in the left corner, 3 random children. And in the far right corner, 2 clouded leopards, adults, very hungry. Who will win? Place your wagers now. National Water Balloon Day, National White Wine Day, Single Working Women's Day. So you have to be a woman, and you have to be single, and you have to be working. And finally, it's the U.S. Coast Guard birthday today. It's not bad. Nice selection of days. I think we'll give it National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. That's the official day. Oh, let's do a Wordle. Let's do Wordle. So guys, the first person to put in, you know what? Wesley, you did a substantial super chat. So Wes, do you have a 5-letter word you want me to start for Wordle? I will give you a minute, Wes. The Traveler. And then if you do not, then I will go to the next person who puts in a 5-letter. So you see, Kronos put in vulva, but it's up to the Traveler first. So Wes, do you have a 5-letter word you would prefer me use? And if not, then we'll do Kronos's word. Come up, Wes. Save me from doing vulva, Wes. Just put in any other 5-letter word. Texas, speak, Audio. Thank you. Thank you, the traveler. Audio. AUDIO. And we just got an A. We just got an A. Okay, so VUL, no, we can't. U's already taken. There's no U's. So Josh Street says fight. FIGHT. Well, we already used the I. There's no I. There's no I. There's the E. We need to use a word with an E. So let's do FEAT. Feats. Okay, we got the A in the right spot and the T. So let's see. We know the A's in the, we know it's not waste. We know it's not waste. Let's see. CHART. Chart. Holy shit.
What?
Chart. It was only the third try. I got Wordle in 3.
Oh,
Sorry, Mama Prey.
it's okay. I do.
Mama Prey dozed off. I did not think I was going to get Wordle in 3. But I did. I did. We did it. We did it, guys. Wordle in 3. That was just very lucky. Very lucky. I was shocked. Good guess indeed. Good guess indeed. Okay. So I didn't cheat. I did scare Mama Prey.
My God.
Sorry, Mama Prey. Yeah.
I thought you yelled shark.
Mama Prey thought I yelled shark. The sharks are coming. Shark. Job got Wordle in 4. The traveler says now it's time for a Gelogia break. Then, dear Bop, my super chat is coming true. Well, I don't think I need to Gelogia break this second. So we are going to head over to Dear Bop, though. We're heading over to Dear Bop. Dear Bop, in the morning, if I have breakfast before a bath, how long should I wait before getting in after eating? Well, it would depend on how big your bathtub is. If it's a bathtub where you can sit and not have to swim, then you don't have to wait at all. You can eat and go right into the bathtub.
Check the shark.
But check for sharks, as Mama Prey reminds us. If, however, you have a particularly big bathtub, or you're a particularly small person that you cannot reach the bottom of the bathtub, and you have to continuously swim to be in said bathtub, then I would suggest waiting 45 minutes to an hour, which I know is longer than most people would suggest. But I say better safe than sorry. So that's the thing. That's the ticket. Stanley's is just eat in the bath. That is another possibility, is just eat in the bathtub. I did not yell short. Dear Bob, I am a runner, but recently I'm experiencing problems with my joints and knees. I heard about this new remedy called Knee Grow, but I'm not sure if it's legal purchasing Negro in the States. Son of a bitch. I'd appreciate it if you could get in touch with somebody who can sell me Knee Grow. That's KNEEGROW. I would buy Negro also in bulk. Thanks. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I do not believe any company sells the product which you are looking for. Dear Joe, Sissopray again. You know this is the best way to grab your attention. So I see you have not yet taken any action on getting that Christmas present for Charlie that I recommended to you last week. Well, Charlie has made a new request as he thinks that robot last week was too much for babies. He has a new request for you to get him something cool for Christmas. And please don't balk at the cost, as you usually do, as I saw your Super Chat deposits of $10,000 hit your account this week. Here is what I expect you to get for Charlie. Thank you, your sis. Go Robot Dog Toy, Artificial Intelligence, Bionic Companion Technology with Super AI computing, power and sensory systems, intelligent side follow, strong reliable power system. $5,899. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that. Jesus Christ. Look at how big. That is a fucking scary. What the hell is that? Yeah, I do not want something that big following me around. But thank you, Sissopray. Hey, Pop Culture Curator. Pop Culture Curator says, hello, guys. Kapla Bird. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Chrono says, Robo Sassy. You know. Dear Bob, one thing I learned from the Titan accident is that billionaires are decent people deep down. Wah, 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 wah. Too soon. Too soon. Dear Bob. Hey, Bob. Joe Biden here. I really need your help, and so I think I'm in trouble. Hunter was supposed to get me something to keep me awake and alert. He says he lost it somewhere. Did you know when the stock market crashed Franklin D. Roosevelt got on the television and didn't just talk about the, the price, the princes of greed. He said, look, here's what happened. I don't get it. If we do everything right, if we do it with absolute certainty, there's still a 30% chance we're going to get it wrong. So things aren't really my fault. It's Putin's, it's Trump's. They caused this. And so I really don't care about what the polls say. Everyone says I'm doing a great job here. By the way, if there are any real aliens, if there really are aliens, do you think they have hair? I really would really like to smell their hair. Thank you, Dr. Paper. See you tomorrow? Question mark. Oh, poor Joe. Joe has gone off the deep end. Kronos with a bunch of sassies. Dan Ben says there was a real world robotic dog used in one of the Star Wars shows. The Travelers is bark, bark, kill all humans. Kronos is dead or alive. You are Aru with me. And Kronos blames Karoga for everything. Of course he does. Dear Bob, if physical biology doesn't dictate your sex and gender, how does changing biology through drugs and surgery affirm it? Asking for a friend. I do not know. I do not know. Dear Bob, what is your opinion on people who respond negatively to people who comment first on a YouTube video? What is your opinion on people who respond negatively to people who comment first on a YouTube video? I have no opinion. I generally do not look at other people's comments in my YouTube videos. Generally, if somebody makes a comment to me, I reply back to them. If somebody makes a comment to somebody else, I generally just let it be. I feel like it's not my business. Dear Bob, Voyager used You Are My Sunshine and Oh My Darling Clementine. And there's links to videos, but I'm not going to watch them because after I watched the Large Marge video from Pee Wee Herman last time, I promptly got a copyright notice. So yeah, there's the doctor and Seven singing. And Oh My Darling Clementine. I don't recall that in Voyager. There it is. Oh my darling. A Clementine song is a sad song. Oh my darling, Clementine. Darling Clementine. What did you say?
I said, don't pronounce the whole darling. It's darling.
Darling. Oh my darling Clementine. Or is she thin or What is it?
Doesn't what's his name sing?
Doomcock.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doomcock sings.
Yeah.
He sings it. I think he does.
Yeah. I know I've heard
You must weigh 299. I play it. It was on my CD of songs until Nephew O'Prey put playing cards in the CD player, ruining my CD of MP3s. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I need to make a new CD at some point. But let's see. Let's see. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling Clementine. Thou art lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorry, Clementine. In a cavern, in a canyon, excavating for a mine, dwelt a miner, 49er, and his daughter, Clementine. Light she was like a fairy, and her shoes were number 9. Herring boxes without topses, sandals were for Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine, thou art lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorry, Clementine. Drove the ducklings to the water every morning just at 9. Hit her foot against a splinter, fell into the foaming brine. Saw her lips above the water, blowing bubbles mighty fine. But alas, I was no swimmer, so I lost my Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine, thou art lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorry, Clementine. In my dreams, she still doth haunt me, robed in garments soaked in brine. Though in life I used to hug her, now she's dead, I'll draw the line. How I missed her, how I missed her, how I missed my Clementine. But I kissed her sweet little sister and forgot my Clementine. Oh, my God. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling Clementine. Thou art lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorry, Clementine. This one's worse. It's not that she's fat. It's that her younger sister took her place. I like the one where she's fat. We gotta find the right one. This isn't the right one. It's a little bit different. Where is she thinner? This is again kissing her little sister. Were she thinner? Okay, I guess they don't have the one I was looking for. I guess you're all lucky. You're all lucky. Okay. Make it stop, says the traveler. Oh boy. Kronos says, why did Seven sing so well? Richie Poole says, Kronos, that chat singing Lucy in the Sky with diamonds. Kronos says, I think I know that song. Dan Ben says, well, we'll see the Doctor singing opera in season 3. The Traveler says, Charlie did what? Stanley says, Ace of Base. Kronos says, I forgot about the Ace of Base. Stanley, he put the CD player on shuffle. Ha ha ha. That's funny. Yes, he basically did. He put the CD player on shuffle. Kronos says, my CDs are molding. Kronos says, Bird is singing it. Lol. And Stanley is also laughing. Kronos says, sing it. Richie Poole says, Bed Life, the musical. The Traveler yells, make it stop. Kronos says, I need moonshine now. The Traveler says, I need Q-tips for the blood clotting coming out of my ears. Stanley says, Kronos, not sure it'll work. Think that makes you blind, not deaf. Kronos is good to know that Bird is in a better place. Richie Poole says, my ears are bleeding. Kronos yells, what? And Dan Ben says, the extended version of the song. Kronos says, shit. Headbangs. Dan Ben says, the song just keeps giving. Kronos is enjoying it. Like Lizzo. Dr. Scotty is asking, is it over yet? Dr. Scotty says, at least this helped me with my constipation. Everything wants to come out now. The Traveler says, should Robert Picardo play as Birdo Prey 5 in Bed Life the musical? At least he can sing.
Well, wait a minute. A lot of his operas weren't his voice in the beginning.
That's true. Kronos is Bird stroking out. I hope not, Kronos. Dr. Scotty says, phew. Mike Richards says, Clementine has retained legal counsel. Dan Ben says, according to a twit from Jerry Ryan, the singing on the show was all her. Eastland Burkholder's in the house. Hello, Eastland Burkholder. Cronus' Garfield O'Prey is slowly sliding down the view screen. The Travelers is the anti-tracker is playing Portal so he can get away from bird singing. Good for him. Cronus can hear Mom O'Prey. That's good. That's good that you could.
Did he hear me scream, curse, or?
I'm sure you heard it all.
Well, you know what happened. I kicked the dog for him. I cleaned it up. I got them off. I put them off away. I came back and kicked it again.
Mom O'Prey kicked the mop twice.
Oh, we kicked the water.
The water.
I put them off to clean it up.
Okay, good news, everybody. I found it. Da, da, da. In a cavern, in a canyon, excavating for a mine, lived a miner, 49er, and his daughter, Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. You are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Like she was and like a fairy, and her shoes were number 9. Her herring boxes without topses, sandals were for Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. You are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Drove she ducklings to the water every morning just at 9. Stubbed her toe against a splinter, fell into the foaming brine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. You are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Ruby lips above the water, blowing bubbles soft and fine. But alas, I was no swimmer, so I lost my Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. You are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. This isn't the right one again. How I missed her, how I missed her, how I missed my Clementine. Till I kissed her little sister and forgot my Clementine. Son of a bitch! There's the version without that in it. I know it. I got to find the lyrics. Clementine, Frank Sinatra lyrics. Clementine, Frank Sinatra lyrics. Oh, it's because I'm searching on YouTube instead of Google. Bobby Darin, is that the one? Maybe it's Bobby Darin's Clementine. I think it is. Oh, I bet it is. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. It was Bobby Darin's version. Now we've got it. In a cavern, down by a canyon, excavating for a mine, lived a miner from North Carolina and his daughter, sweet Clementine. Now every morning, just about dawning, when the sun began to shine, she would rouse up, wake all of them cows up, and walk them down to her daddy's mine. Took the footbridge way across the water, though she weighed 299. That old bridge trembled and disassembled. Whoops! Dumped her in the foamy brine. Crack like thunder, she went under, blowing bubbles blah, 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 down the line. I'm no swimmer, but were she slimmer, I might have saved my Clementine. She broke the record underwater. I thought that she was doing fine. I wasn't nervous, not until the service they held for Clementine. Now take care, sailor. If you're out a whaler with your harpoon and your trusty line, if she shows now, yeah, there she blows now. It may be my Clementine. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Sweet Clementine. You may be gone, but you'll never be forgotten. This is just a question mark. So long, Clementine. So long, Clementine. The traveler wants his $50 back. No refunds. Eastland Vertical says, Bird lost a wisdom tooth. Did he get his teeth pointed too? LDG says, mega billions tonight. Caught the algorithm on these. Expecting 1,000 live viewers. So feel free to swing by. Can't wait. Should be fun. Will AI hit the jackpot? And that is legit. He really is expecting 1,000 live viewers. So check it out. Chronos says she is rolling in her grave. Chronos wants to know if he can get the $50. The traveler says he needs hearing aids now. Eastland says dead. You need not explain why you want it. Delivery not available. My bulldog had an encounter middle of the night. Oh no. Cronus says bird kissed a snuggle buddy. The traveler says bird, I will pay you to stop singing. LDG wants me to ask ChatGPT. The traveler says, okay, good night, everybody. You're taking off, traveler? Gorilla's Random Thoughts says YouTube is part of Google. Alphabet is the mother company. The Travelers is $2.99. Clementine was that fat. Yet in that version of the song, she was. I don't know who the fuck Lizzo is, Kronos. Who the hell is Lizzo? I have no idea who Lizzo is. Lizzo is Clementine. I don't know who Lizzo is. Kronos says, can I make beached whale jokes? As long as they're not about Tilly. As long as they're not about Tilly. Okay, Tilly's real name was Clementine. Travelers, why are we here? Are we just meant to suffer? Kronos says, this is hell. Bravo. Thank you, Kronos. Bravo. This one doesn't go with the tune. It has its own way. It has its own tune. Kronos says, bring back Ozzy O'Prey. Okay, one more. Not Clementine. Times have changed and we've often rewound the clock since the Puritans got a shock when they landed on Plymouth Rock. If today any shock they should have to stem, instead of landing on Plymouth Rock would have landed on them. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. Good authors too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words, writing prose. Anything goes. If driving fast cars you like, if low bars you like, if old hymns you like, if bare limbs you like, if Mae West you like, or me undressed you like, why nobody will oppose. When every night the stars that smart is, intruding in nudist parties is, in studios, anything goes. When Mrs. Ned McLean, God bless her, can get Russian Reds to yes sir, then I suppose anything goes. When Rockefeller still can hoard enough money to let Max Gordon produce his shows, anything goes. The world has gone mad today, and good's bad today, and black's white today, and day's night today. That gent today that you gave a cent today has had several chateaux with folks who still can ride in jitneys, find out Vanderbilts and Whitneys, lack baby clothes. Anything goes. When Sam Goldwyn can get great conviction, instruct Anna Stan in her diction, and then Anna shows, anything goes. When you hear that Lady Mendel standing up now does a handspring landing up on her toes, anything goes. Just think of those shocks you've got, and those knocks you've got, and those blues you've got, from that news you've got, and those planes you've got, if any brains you've got, from those little radios. So Mrs. R with all her trimmings can broadcast a bed from Simmons, 'cause Franklin knows anything goes. Oh man, that was a tough one. I don't think that did so well. I don't think that did it. Well, let's put it this way. I know there are better options for anything goes. But let's finish up Dear Bop. Dear Joe, how does a grizzly bear catch fish from the river? With his bare hands. And that is attributed to Salty. Dear Joseph, thank you so much for your fan letter that you sent me. You are so sweet. I never knew you were such a big fan. I just want you to know that I do care about my fans and will be sending you something extra special. I am sending you my latest CD with autograph and a pair of pre-worn bra and panties, just as you requested. I hope to see you soon at one of my shows. We can make space for you and your bed in the front row. Your special lady, Lizzo. I have no idea who Lizzo is, and I refuse to Google it. So, whatever. Evelyn Burkle, this is the bulldog is not dead. The foolish skunk is dead. Okay, well, good for this bulldog. And LDG with a $5 super chat. LDG says, please, dear merciful God, here's a 5 to sing a solo. Solo, we can't hear. We can't hear you. Well, thank you, I guess. The Traveler says, Bird of Prey 5, good night, everybody. Is another way of saying this show is not appropriate for viewers anymore. And LDG got Kissing Dax. Excellent. Excellent. So we opened with Kissing Dax, and we will be closing, I suppose, with Kissing Dax. Eastland says, we are meant to suffer. Life is what it is. Chrono says, that's not a knife. Eastland says, yeah, Lizzo, not a made-up story. The Traveler says, oh no, not anything goes. And Chrono says, good to hear Bird in good form. The Traveler says, in olden days, singers were good now. Bird sings, anything goes. Chrono says, anything goes, Temple of Doom, lol. The Traveler says, we need a playlist of best of Bird singing. Actually, Traveler, I think there is a playlist somewhere on my channel. Kronos yells bravo, and CDs are still a thing. Kronos says, you could duck, duck, go eat. Kronos says, gay ladies. Oh, Kissing Dax. Daniel's Hot Topics says, hi, Bird. Hope you're well today. How's it going? And LDG with another Kissing Dax. A $2 super chat. Says, did we get It's a Fake today? No. No, there's been no It's a Fake today. We've got all Kissing Daxes and eyebrow Daxes. And hello, Daniel. Captain Fandom Nerd says hello to Daniel. Daniel says, hey, back to Captain. And Kronos is lolling. Okay, guys, I think that will do it for here. Thank you guys for the super chats, obviously. Very much. It is appreciated. I am still recovering, but today has been a pretty decent day so far. So hopefully, maybe things will be back to normal next week. I can't promise, but we'll see. We will see. I will keep a heads up. And next week, next Tuesday is the second Tuesday of the month, I believe. Is that true? No. Yes. Yes, it is. So Tuesday the 8th is the second Tuesday of the month. So this Tuesday will be the members only streams. Will be next Tuesday. So just keep an eye out. If you're a channel member, that Tuesday will be the day. Kronos says you're not dying. Well, Kronos, we're all dying. We're all dying, but I don't know when. I might be dying sooner than later. We'll never know. We'll never know. So tomorrow is never assured, Kronos. Tomorrow is never assured. Kronos says, what day is today? Today is Friday, August 4th. Today is Friday, August 4th. Monday should be another Bed Life, and then Tuesday would be members only stream. Jedi Bill says, I can't believe you got Kissing Dax. 2 LDGs. Yeah, well, some days it's all luck. It's all luck, Jedi Bill. It's all luck.
Well, we'll see.
So thank you all again. Kapla all. And good luck to LDG and the AI. And anyone else out there playing the lottery tonight. Good luck. Okay. Bird out.